and we'll see Bijan Robinson. He comes into this one second in the league in rushing with an eye on becoming #1. It's the Falcons and the Vikings. Next on Madden NFL 24.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they've been cooking these last couple months, winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at the veteran who will be leading them. Now in his 8th year in the NFL.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass. They didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations. Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down in a nice little gain. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder, because you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Tatum. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And it's 3rd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the...
lot of teams don't like to talk about it. They're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
On third down, Tatum. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Mecole Hardman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's polished off by a Viking score. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Ritter now. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. In the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line.
Yellow, line, check white.
Robinson up the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson, very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
Ritter will set up to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. 1 in running the ball, 1 in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Ritter. Right back to Pitts again. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there.
And he gets in. Touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area and it winds up incomplete.
Looking to throw on second down. Tatum. Oh, and for the first time this season, he's intercepted. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Ritter back to throw. Throwing out right here, caught by Olavo. Touchdown! Chris Olavo from 19 yards away. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going. Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this point and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for the first down.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check pink. Hut, hut.
A give to Robinson on the option. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Ritter from the gun on third down. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down.
Well, we keep stats on everything, don't we? This is one that you don't want to have. That's his second drop right here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say only in the first quarter. Certainly a ship that he wants to right quickly. And his kick here is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off play action. Tatum. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down. The Vikings at 8-1 on the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 63 yards. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. The try here for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself, at this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the
breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Ritter to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents it from making another catch to his big start.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 17. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Here's Ritter. Touchdown, Falcons! Chris Olave with career touchdown number 70. And the Falcons add 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit, what's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
42-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off the play fake. Tatum. That's caught left side by Hardman. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a 1st down.
Ready?
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Ready?
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Operating from the gun. Tatum. Catch is made by Hardman. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
To throw on 2nd down. Tatum to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Now for the point after. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. That time, a 9-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
So halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. There's McCole Hardman as he brings this offense onto the field yet again.
Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team, because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football.
Taking it right down Broadway. And out across midfield down to the 45. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Now they'll change things up. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and a yard. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Throwing on first down. Tatum from right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. They go play action here on first down. On the move to his left.
That's to the pylon and incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third.
Tomlin has reached for that red challenge flag, and he'll throw it out there.
The previous play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So a good challenge there. The look pretty conclusive. The feet were in, and it's a completed pass.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Ready.
On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And it is caught, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Again, it's Robinson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Check white. Commit red.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the line. 90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Robinson is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly.
Mr. Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Falcons have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. On the return, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. There's McCole Hardman as he brings this offense onto the field yet again. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little. They bask in it. They think this is okay. We've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes to come your way, too, because I've got to get coverage in his direction.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Ritter on 1st and 10. Crossing route incomplete. He's got Pitts. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So Back now here on EA Sports. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Looking to throw it here, Ritter.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Ready?
Brings up second and goal.
Little check. Check team.
Robinson going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball.
Mr. Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown Atlanta. Kyle Pitts with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And now they're in the hurry-up.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Minnesota.
Now a play fake here on first down.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Back to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mecole Hardman with career touchdown number 70.
And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Vikings 35.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
A throw over the middle, taken in.
Now he's loose again.
And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards.
And what a letdown after a huge play. He's going to pull this in and then set sail for the end zone. And he nearly made it, too. But he's going to be tracked down just short of the goal line. So a big play there that's going to set him up with first and goal at the 1-yard line.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Ritter now. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays.
And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down by 10. A minute 56 to go. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here. Throwing to start the drive. Tatum finding Hardman. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
A gain of 27 on the play. And the Vikings first down.
On first down, Tatum. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Let's go now. Ready?
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty.